Divine Toll coming in. Big shields. That looks awesome. That looks so good. Oh, that looks so freaking good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your quick look for the Protection Paladin in the Shadowlands. This thing is so fun, but it is basically because of the Covenant ability, but my god, did it change up the whole gameplay that I had so much fun tanking on this. It made me miss tanking, like, as a whole. I had a great time on this. As usual, we can see the return of a lot of abilities, auras, etc., powers, all adding back into the Paladin, access to the different toolkits. You're kind of going back to an almost Legion style, I would kind of put it as. There was a lot of people who was like, it's more mop stars, more this and that. Felt a little bit Legion to me in how it was playing. I didn't get to play a lot of Prot Paladin or Paladin at all in BFA, which is a little unfortunate. But for the most part, if you played Paladin in BFA, coming into the Shadowlands, you're not going to see a great deal of difference. But you're going to see the addition of new stuff, which is exactly what we were missing in the last expansion, was where's the new stuff to go on top of it. The addition of the auras, all great. You get the Crusader Aura, Devotion Aura, Concentration Aura, and of course the Retribution Aura. Not particularly big deals for the tanks, but it's still very nice to have, as well as being to off-heal very effectively and deal with other scenarios. You get the Hammer of Wrath, which is always nice to do that tank finish on a mob as you're moving on to the next one. The real star of the show here is the Covenant ability, which is Divine Toll. Divine Toll shoots off 5 Avengers shields once you have those mobs aggroed. You have to have them aggroed in order for it to actually hit those targets. But the level of control this gives you over packs, certainly I've done the new dungeon, the Necrotic Wake, several times now. And I have seen different classes from Demon Hunters to Blood DKs, to Brewmasters, struggle with gathering some of the packs of mobs. Lots of casters, lots of things that are difficult to coordinate. On the Prot Paladin, mixing in Divine Toll, not only does it do extreme burst damage, it's so fun to actually hit the button. It feels meaty. You see those shields go flying everywhere. You see it all happen. But it also does what the Avenger Shield does, and then allows you to do massive control. I was making death balls so much easier and so much more effectively than other tanks that I cannot wait to see if anything can rival this when the new covenants are unleashed upon us in the Shadowlands. I genuinely mean it. You'll find me tanking for fun during this whole process of going through every class and spec. I'm likely to drop back on my Prot Paladin and actually just do some tanking. That's going to be an interesting place to be, because you get that holy power generating, and then you get rocking and rolling, you get your shields up, you're throwing off heals on the group. You really feel like an absolute guardian of the light. You feel way more of a guardian than a tank on its own, which is just suffering the punishment being dished out by the enemies. Now you are just the big support, as Paladins should be and have been historically, and it feels like it has really come home in that manner. I absolutely adore this, and the only addition really has been, the little bits and pieces, but those little bits and pieces feel like a complete package. Very, very happy with how this is looking, and I can't wait to be... Sadly, I'll be forced to revisit it and play it some more. What a nightmare. Thank you so much for listening. It's just a quick look. Don't worry, we'll come back. But, yeah, Prot Paladin looking really good, guys.